Hello, and welcome to Amethyst Racing Tier 2 Season 6, the finale. We've got 18 drivers. We're expecting another one to arrive any moment now. The drivers may have been decided with Kasperskowski bringing home the top step, but there's still the constructors to play for. Will Alfa Romeo seal it off and get the double crown here? Or will we see McLaren or Williams be able to snatch it away from them? Today it's me, Martin, and I'm joined by
the world's greatest driver, AFJ.
Shut up, no you're not, you're fat.
There's just no need, is there?
Always a need. Gotta humble you, boy.
Never.
As we see Monk is going to be the first car on the track.
Drunky Monkey. Will he perform a drunk masterclass once again today? Nico, mate. And don't make me sort you out next season. Because I will not hesitate to.
But meanwhile, we see a lot of the guys coming out onto the track nice and early. We've heard Bean might light this track up, is what I've been hearing.
I have heard that as well. I've also seen it.
Okay, so Bean is going to light this up.
Good God, help us all.
Oh, God damn it. One moment. Oh, fuck. I've got my thingy-doofer on, haven't I?
You're what?
Radmin on.
Oh. Why did you do that?
It freaks out the stream.
Right.
Check contracts, AFJ.
I'm not in that channel.
I'll check it then.
Okay.
Oh my fucking God.
What?
Well, you're not winning it next season.
Why is that?
Balaj has signed for Alfa Romeo.
Oh, okay.
Balaj is back. Duck has came. But here we have Monk, the drunk man. Oh my God, it's Alex Harris tier 2. Kevin Balaj tier 1. David Duckett tier 3.
Yeah, well, the tier 3 lineup kind of lets it down there, but the rest of the grid's looking tasty. I'm sorry, Duck, I had to.
Hey, meanwhile, though, it is Monk on his lap. He might be coming up into traffic in through Sector 3 as there's a gaggle of cars ahead.
It looks like Bean's going quicker than Monk at the moment, which
He does.
doesn't surprise
He's
me.
got past the Alpha Aston Martin. But we're going to follow Monk here. As Monk does have purple Sector 2 and he invalidates.
Oh, the drunky monkey has returned.
As now we follow Bean. Has a purple Sector 2 now. Right on the limit. Someone's gone faster than him in Sector 2 though. In the meantime. But Bean sets the benchmark of a 1:23.3. Next up to cross the line, McWilliams goes almost a second slower. Swan, a little bit slower as well. Next up, Ule, 5 tenths off the pace. Ratcliffe loses out to Ule by a 100th. Skowski goes P2. Next is going to be Lodeman. Lodeman managing P4 currently. Next up is Marquinhos, currently not that one. Marquinhos goes P3. Then it's going to be...
Spiky!
Oh, he's going to be Debec on my screen because I forget that he's a tier 3 driver and numbers.
Man like Putran up in P4 on his tier 2 debut actually. That is not a bad effort from him at all. Just watching McWilliams there, for some reason he was doing donuts.
Already? The race hasn't even begun.
I know.
As Van Loon goes P11. Currently the slowest man on the track. We're looking for Hugendorn. Where is Hugendorn?
I don't know, where is Hugendorn?
We do not know. We're asking this question. As meanwhile, Binder goes P13 in the meantime. The only Red Bull on the track. As we look to see who could be... Oh, Binder! Oh, Binder loses it.
Ooh.
On the exit of turn 2. Almost ending his qualifying there and then.
Did he hit the wall?
He almost hit the wall. We're
Well,
looking for a hole on a lap here. We'll be hoping the traffic stays out of his way. He's currently green in 1, green in 2. He's only got 2 corners left to go. Marcel Hull on the limits there. Whips it around the final corner. And Hull goes P4. So currently it's a Haas 3-4.
And like we predicted, Bean is absolutely lighting up the track. Almost 2.5 tenths clear of Skowski in P2. Not a bad effort from him whatsoever.
As Bean is looking to come out from another lap. Other people on a lap. You got Monk, who's about to be starting a lap.
Oh, that is a spun Red Bull binder.
Binder in Latifi corner.
Yeah.
Can't need a drunk man though. Monk is about to start his lap now. Looking to see if he can best his teammate. As he starts his lap now. We're going to ride on board with Drunky Monkey himself. And
he's won again.
Not enjoying that first corner. Too many beers. Being the only man to like this track. I didn't even realise Houveniers was in this lobby.
Yes, he is.
He is. I didn't even realise.
Down the P11, is that?
Houveniers P11, McWilliams 12th, Livingston 13th, Binder 14th, Matthew 15th, and Van Loon 16th of the guys who have set lap times.
I see. What is Monk going to do in Sector 2 though? He seems to have kept it quite tidy this lap, other than the first turn. That was not the best for him, but he seems to keep it within track limits. Even with all that alcohol consumption, he can see where the track limits are.
He invalidated it in Latifi corner last time, right on the limit.
He almost did it again. That is... Oh dear.
What are the odds on we getting a DNF in Latifi corner in the race? As Monk crosses the line, only P11 though for Alfred Monk. Was not cooking. Meanwhile, Bean is currently having a drag race with a Ferrari. Bean, who is on lap. The Ferrari, I don't believe is. Who else is on a lap, though, is the question.
Will Swan is not on a lap. Ratcliffe has invalidated.
Skowski's on a lap.
Is he?
No, he's not.
Livingston is starting a lap, I believe.
So Livingston, currently in P14, the Tier 2 driver looking to win Tier 3 on Wednesday. There's a couple of drivers in with a shout.
And one of his closest rivals, as I like to call him, the Indian Flam Bean, with a 22.9.
He had a worse first sector as well. So Bean really throwing down the gauntlet for everyone else around there. Harris has improved for P5. Spiky in the flag of the Beck. Because what number is that? That is number 42. I'll see if I can get that changed.
And
that is my
Livingston
fault.
is a 10.5 up on his time.
So Livingston looking to improve here. As he's entered the third sector now. This is the tricky technical one. This is where you can lose the most time through one small error. Through one corner. And it's this corner here. It's ended multiple drivers' races. But Livingston keeps it neat and tidy. One final corner for Zach Livingston. And Zach Livingston improves into P14 just behind his teammate. Talking of his teammate, currently starting his lap now. He's very busy as Skowski's in the pits. Marquinhos has started his lap as well. Further back, we look to see who could be on a lap. And I think that might be... Loadman's #1 fan is in the chat as well at the moment. Currently running in P8. As he rounds that long left-hander. Has improved in both Sector 1 and 2. So could be looking for a top 5 finish with this time. And Loadman didn't improve. It improved, but not enough to gain a position on anyone. And Loadman's retired. We pull away from Loadman and he's crashed. Let's have a look if Hull can see it.
He's had a stinker.
He's had a spin on the exit of turn 2. Oh, Mo Salah scored. No, no, no. He's spun it on the exit of turn 2 into the wall by the pit. So Lodeman's qualifying ends early. And there's other drivers on the track who can definitely improve to possibly knock him further down the order.
That's P8 at best for him. That's not the ideal situation for qualifying for him. This track is not the easiest to overtake at.
As here we have Hull on the lap coming through the second DRS straight now. He's down 2/10 on Bean's time at the moment. Bean must absolutely light up that final sector.
I think he may do. It may be down to his setup. Maybe running more wings.
Oh, and we see a bollard go skeeting off into the distance. Possibly collected by Hull. Hull rocking a special green helmet. Swan unable to hook a lap up at the moment. As Hull goes P3 there. Beating Skowski off. And knocking Skowski off of the top 3.
What did you just say, Luke?
I said he did better than Skowski.
No, you didn't.
Oh, okay then. Well, whoops. Matthews currently 18 out of 18. Will be looking to improve his time. But Matthews 7/10 down on Bean already through 2 sectors. Rounding the final few corners now. And it's the final corner now for Matthews. Can Matthews improve? Matthews gets back past ahead of Van Loon for P17. It's the battle to not finish last on the track. Van Loon diving into the pits though as we speak. And next up, watching Ratcliffe.
Oh, he's missed the pit.
Oh, I thought he was about to take his wing off. I did fear that was about to be death. As
Alex Harris starting his lap.
Bean is back on the track sporting an all blacked out helmet. Bean's going faster. Bean is going faster. He's purple 1, purple 2. Bean is cooking. Sauce, trust me, bro. As he comes through the final sector now, this is where he might be able to find even more time. Oh, and he spins in the Latifi corner! In the Williams!
Oh, Bean.
He was looking mightily fast, but he's just spun.
Harris picking up a toe from Matthews.
A little bit of teamwork from the Silver Arrows. Harris is less than a 10th off of Bean's time. He gets a purple sector 2 with that toe from Matthews.
He's going to have to improve massively. And Puthran, the Indian Flash, P3.
God damn it. Puthran, though, really showing that he might be in the wrong tier now. He's really starting to cook.
Let's have a look at Harris then. Final corner to the line. What can he do? He
P2. And it was a yellow final sector for Harris.
And the 800s off of Bean. He actually gained on Bean in the final sector.
But who is on a lap right now? As we start to see everyone coming out, we see Ferraris as Livingston improves for P13. He's now ahead of his teammate in Hooveners. Monk in P14. Not having a race to remember.
Well, he's not going to be able to remember it either way.
Bean already coming out. Harris will be on his in-lap. Marquini on his way out. Spikey about to come into the pits to finish. We've got Skowski, who I believe is rocking a special helmet for the race today. He doesn't normally run this helmet livery.
Let me have a look. No, he doesn't.
And Ule rocking a black and blue, looking like he means business. Lodeman still in P8 after having a moment and putting it into the wall. But there's guys behind him in the form of Radcliffe and McWilliams and even Swan. If they can hook a lap up, maybe they can go faster. Currently, Radcliffe is 8 thousandths slower. As we look to see who could be on a lap. And I think Van Loon is the first car on a lap right now as he's coming through Sector 1. As Harris and Puffran not going to be setting another lap.
It's also P13 at best for Livingston into the pits.
So Livingston will be hoping that P13 is good enough. As meanwhile Van Loon opens his DRS for the second time on this lap. He's improved in Sector 1. Can he improve in Sector 2?
There's a little train forming. We're on to start their laps.
Well, they're going to have to keep out the way of this flying Alpine. He's green in Sector 1, green in 2. He'll be looking to find a little bit more time though. Where will Van Loon put it? As he now rounds the final few corners, Rolf Van Loon. As his final race in the Alpine comes towards the line. And Rolf goes P16, beating Matthews and Binder. And Binder doesn't appear to be improving. There's a yellow flag for a slow-moving Red Bull. As next across the line is going to be a Ferrari. As Van Loon spins. Next up it is going to be Houveniers rounding the final corner now. Gets a little bit of a snap. And Houveniers goes up to P7. Knocking Lodeman down to 9th and Oulé down into 8th. Next up is going to be Radcliffe. And Radcliffe goes P7. Radcliffe's improved as well. Next up, Will Swan. Swan P8. And now it's going to be Monk. No, it's not. It's Bean. And Bean goes even faster.
Oh my.
Bean. As Skowski goes P3, knocking Marquinhos down. Now it's going to be the drunk man. Drunky Monkey rounding the final corner. Big snap for Monk. Monk goes P10. Gets in the top half of the grid. But Oulé is still to finish his lap. Oulé is the next car to come around this corner. As we're going to see him now drive towards the start-finish line. And Oulé goes P7. Gets ahead of both McLarens.
And Matthews has binned it. He was up on his time there. It looked like
Marquinhos P3. Skowski goes down to P4. McWilliams doesn't improve. Remains P13. And I think that is going to be that.
Starting qualifying. Unfortunate for Matthews, he was up on his time, but he binned it at the long left-hander at the start of Sector 3.
It do be like that sometimes.
That was a Haas facing backwards at the start-finish line.
It wasn't Marquinhos. As we're going to get ready for the lobby restart. Going to quickly get the print screens. As we're going to get ready to do the lobby restart.
Open your eyes.
Tighter than before, they still want something more. Heat dries out the skin as their patience grows thinner, thinner than before. As they want even more, as they share in this fire. They stood in the fire, burn with desire, in love and emotion, they dance with devotion. They stood in the fire, burn with desire, in love and emotion, they dance with devotion.
Welcome back to the racing action. The grid has been set. The penalties applied. It's looking a little bit overcast. Believe it or not.
Yeah, it's not going to be raining, Luke.
Hey, we've had rain last season. No, 2 seasons ago. We had rain in Abu Dhabi.
When?
Tier 3.
Did we?
We did, and Zervo became the champion.
I can guarantee you were ecstatic about
That was before he started murdering me.
that.
I was indifferent back in the day.
Were you?
I was indeed.
Different as in better, or?
Indifferent, as in I didn't care.
Okay, so better.
Yes. Right, here we go. We're about to get underway. Bean on the front alongside Harris. Who will get the better start here in the desert? It looks like it wasn't Bean. Harris pulls alongside. Harris will be leading into turn 1. Bean losing out. Skowski up the inside of Marquinhos. Hole running a little bit deep. Further back. There's wheel-to-wheel stuff all the way further back though. As we look to see if we can catch anyone. Any incidents, everyone's cleanly through as we come into the first hard braking moment. There's a lot of cars side by side further back there as Van Loon brings up the rear as things stand, but Harris leads Bean. Marquinhos is actually alongside Bean. And Bean looks for a move up the... oh, we're 3 wide going into the chicane. And Bean will have the inside for the second corner. Harris has chose medium, Bean has chose hard. And Harris seems to just about hold off Bean, but Bean with a much better exit, and Bean takes the lead once again. Meanwhile, Marquinhos now has hold behind. Huveniz has climbed up the order. And Skowski dropping down to P6 as Matt. And there's a big crash!
That's Matthews, he's round. I think that was right. That's Nick Mangano out.
Nick Mangano is out. We didn't quite see what happened further back. So Bean will be leading under this virtual safety car. We saw 3 wide going into that long left-hander, and Huveniz hit the wall, pinging him out into Marquinhos, which pinged him out into Hull. Is there any damage for any of them? Let's have a look. Hull seems to be fine. Marquinhos is lost the end plate. What about Huveniz? Huveniz is missing an end plate, and Matthews has no wing. I wonder if Matthews and Nick Mangano had it coming together further back there.
Yeah, I believe it was them too, I think.
Ule also into the pits. This is huge for the constructors. Look where McLaren are up to.
Oh my.
Skowski though still maintaining solid in P3. He's going to be the thing that stops them as things stand, I believe.
Oh, Marquinhos retired.
Marquinhos retired. Are you sure he wasn't
has.
Nick? He's left the session.
Oh. I think he must have got rear wing damage or something like that.
I can only imagine. Let's have a look. Ule might be able to see.
Or has he binned it?
No, he's retired. He's retired. His car was. He didn't bin it. As we're back on the way though, and Harris around the outside of Bean for the race lead, and Alex Harris now leads the race. Skowski though with 2 McLarens behind him. We'll be looking to make this possible. Can we have Duck? Are you able to give us a live timing, live scorecard for the constructors here?
Oh, McWilliams has had a spin.
McWilliams has had a spin. He's currently in P12. McWilliams, we don't know if that was via contact or not. As meanwhile, Harris sets the fastest lap. We trying to drop Bean off before the DRS activates though, on their medium tyres. Currently there's 3 teams in with a chance, with Williams, Alfa Romeo and McLaren. As things stand, I think Alfa Romeo will be doing enough, but it'll be very close between them and McLaren.
Yeah, Drunky Monkey all over the back of Livingston at the moment. That is the closest battle, I believe, through turn 4. Monk's taking a tighter line.
Livingston on the medium tyre. So a couple of drivers did
Yeah.
choose to risk it. Binder and Livingston and Harris all went for the medium tyre, as Monk, the drunk man, looks to get past the tombstone. And Monk is passed up into P8.
Tombstone sending it on the inside of that chicane. Matthews getting a penalty. But he's going to get the better drive on those medium tyres. He's going to have the DRS.
And he's
He
right
is
behind.
using DRS.
He's going to be looking for a move, possibly around the outside here. Monk defends the inside. Livingston and Monk side by side.
Monk defending that excellently. And Livingston looking for the switchback, but he mounts the curb.
He would have
With
lost it.
Binder!
Oh, Binder loses it in the back there.
Oh!
He's Binder out.
Binder has managed to keep it out of the wall somehow.
That is a miracle.
It absolutely is. And is that who? That's Hooveners and Hull going side by side.
That's for P14 and P15. Currently outside of the points. Both on medium tyres. Both looking racy.
Oh!
Hooveners makes a send up the inside.
No room left by Hull there.
What is he entitled to? As it stands, Alfa Romeo 255, McLaren 238, and Williams 215. It's all to play for though. Duck, you're on live score update duty today. As Hooveners.
Yeah, I think Hooveners was entitled to space there. Looked like Hull just didn't want to give up that place. Just turned straight into him.
Connor and Swan currently DRS training each other along, trying to keep within range of Skowski. Is Skowski within range?
If I was
Skowski
McLaren
with
at the
the
moment,
DRS.
if I was McLaren at the moment, I'd be saying let Swan pass. He looks like the faster car.
And
that
Swan
is
does
what's
indeed go past, but it's almost a rear ending then. As they break for that braking point, as Loadman is all over the rear of Puffran now.
I must admit, the Indian Flash doing really well in his first Tier 2 race. Obviously, he's Tier 3 driver, and he's currently leading the championship in Tier 3. But yeah, not doing too badly, and going up against these guys is not an easy task.
There's a big gap now, though, between him and the McLarens ahead. He's dropped off about a second and a half, I'd say. Maybe 2 seconds.
2.2.
2.2 off the back. As meanwhile, Harris is having to defend off Bean currently. Harris will be hoping for a safety car sooner than later, I would imagine. As Bean with the DRS all over the rear of Harris there. And Bean looking for a move up the inside. Bean into turn 6, I think that is. Bean now takes the lead again. So Bean back up the inside as meanwhile Lodeman seems to have got past Puthran, and he has done indeed, and that's Lodeman.
Oh!
And Spikey loses the back end, pushing too hard. Somehow collects it without spinning.
And Drunky Monkey all over the back of him now. Or, well, not all over the back of him, but is closing in. But Spikey has a lot more ERS than the Drunk Man himself.
As we turn our attention for the battle for the front three, it's Bean currently leading with Harris in between him and Skowski. And then McLaren's just out of touching range at the moment. As further back, the nearest battle will be Puthran and Monk. I don't know if I can say that.
Yeah, let's not say that.
Let's not say that one.
What do you mean I don't know if I can say that
I
one?
mean, you are the fat child.
Oh, so that makes it instantly better.
No. As Livingston picks up a 3-second time penalty. And Van Loon has managed to get his way up into the points. Currently up into P10. Keeping it clean. Mo Salah just missed a penalty. Oh my god, don't do this to me, guys.
It's like Monk all over the back of Puthran now. Is he going to go for a move? He's staying behind because he knows he's going to have DRS down towards that sweeping left-hander.
Spikey getting very defensive though.
He is indeed. I think he went a bit too tight into that
And
chicane.
further back, Ule and Binder are getting into
And
it.
Drunky Monkey up the inside of Spikey into the fast left-hander.
And Monk is through. So Monk now takes P1, he wishes it was for P1, P7. And Monk will be looking to close down Lodeman now. Currently though, the front three pulling away from the McLaren pairing of Swan and Ratcliffe. Lodeman, I think, is actually starting to make inroads on the McLarens. They're going to be coming under pressure from that Aston Martin.
Yeah, he's gained about 3/10 over the last couple laps. The gap isn't coming down rapidly, so I think Ratcliffe and Swan are, well, I think they're safe for now.
Managing it. The front two, though, starting to drop Skowski off a little bit. As the points stand, it is going to be Alfa Romeo 255. McLaren will be on 238 and Williams will now be on 224.
Matthews has binned it at Latifi corner.
That is not Latifi corner, is it? Oh, it is Latifi corner.
Does he have damage? He does not have damage. He's kept out of the wall, I think.
Harris looking for a move on the back of Bean. Unable to do so, though. And Monk is charging. Monk has already dropped Puthran off the back.
And Harris round the outside of Bean into this sweeping left-hander. He's gone for the switchback. He can't make it happen. He doesn't have enough traction. Bean stays ahead for now, and Ratcliffe past Swan as well.
And an interesting battle could be about to take place if Puthran's pace continues to diminish. Is that Livingston, a title rival of his in Tier 3, is catching up to the back of him now. As further back you see McWilliams and Van Loon side by side through that left-hander. Van Loon on the inside, McWilliams carrying the extra speed. Goes around the outside and McWilliams up into P10. McWilliams on his final drive here today in Amethyst for the foreseeable future. Up into the points. And Binder's binned it. Binder.
He has no damage again. How's he doing this? How's he keeping it out of the wall?
I don't know. Meanwhile, though, Bean still leads Alex Harris with Skowski just waiting in the wings. And the front three have definitely dropped off the McLaren pairing now of Swan and Ratcliffe.
As I say, Lodeman is making inroads into Swan at the moment. He's gained quite a lot over the last couple of laps, and they have similar ERS.
He's going to be gaining on both of these guys. This is going to be very critical for the constructors. They'll be wanting that P2. They would have been looking for P1, but with Skowski being as dominant as he is, I don't think it's going to be doable. But with the Aston Martin and the Williams, as Binder spun again.
No damage still.
I'm trying to work out where he'd spun if he'd gone into the wall, but he hadn't. As Harris still hounding Bean. Skowski managing to keep within that second gap of this front two. And it's going to be Ratcliffe with Swan behind. And Lodeman is definitely gaining on this pair. And also Monk has gained significantly the 3 cars behind the McLaren's now starting to gain. So we could be seeing a battle for P4 start to unravel here.
Harris is gaining on Bean very slightly in that final sector.
Medium tyres still would be the better tyre, I'd imagine.
I would say they'd be around about equal at this point, but Bean is doing very, very well to fend off Harris on those medium tyres.
Talking of tyres, let's have a look at how everyone's tyres are doing. Bean's on the high 20s. Harris almost entering the mid 30s now. Skowski's tyres also looking around the same as Bean's here. And then you've got the 2 McLaren's not wearing the tyres as hard. Lodeman though starting to make inroads with Monk as well. Monk wearing his rear right a lot harder than most. Buffran also around the same as the most of the guys around him. As now we're looking just to see if anyone has forgotten to turn their telemetry on. As meanwhile, Van Loon is having to defend off Ule. Ule looks for a move around the outside. A little bit of contact, and that's going to allow Hull to look for a move as well. Van Loon dropping down the order.
Van Loon was very slow on the acceleration there.
The guys on medium tyres though ahead, so they're on fresh mediums compared to him. And Hull looks for a move up the inside.
Oh!
Ule runs wide. Oh, and he collects Rolf. Oh my god. Oh my. That's a big crash. Ule loses the car, collects Rolf. Oh my days. What a crash.
McWilliams taking the odd decision to pit. He's on the hards. Obviously, Livingston behind, pitting onto the hards from those mediums, as well as Hull, as well as Hooveniers.
I just want to say, what a crash! And we caught that on stream as well. What a crash that was! We saw Ule lose the back end, and he torpedoes into Van Loon. Van Loon was just a helpless young boy with a rocket flying straight towards him. The Polish Express delivers right on the nose.
And binder into the pits as well as Matthews. I'd imagine they're all going onto the hard tyres, because that'll allow them to go to the end. If I was Harris, I'd also be pitting onto those hard compound tyres to make it to the end and hopefully get past Bean in the pit stops. Bean's in big trouble. He's on the hards. This is not his pit window. It's nowhere even close. He's about 8 laps off of it. So I doubt he'd be able to take those mediums to the end, whereas those hards, I don't know, Harris may be able to take them to the end. And
19 laps on hards is achievable, but Harris is known for not liking hard.
Bean into the pits as well.
Harris into the pits. Skowski stays out. What would the McLarens do?
Ratcliffe into the pits. Swan
Staying
not
out.
into the pits.
So we see, and Monk gets done.
That will be removed.
Well, it depends on how many others he gets.
Yeah.
This is Monk we're talking about.
The drunk man.
Drunk man.
Ran into the pits as well. The Indian Flash into the pits.
So here we see Skowski staying out. It's an interesting strategy because everyone's pitting 4 mediums. I don't think we'll be able to make it to the end. They're going to be 2 stopping now. Whereas Harris, what tires? Harris is on the hards. Harris might be able to go to the end here.
Harris is definitely going to be able to get it to the end. Bean, on the other hand, he's going to struggle. He's going to struggle massively.
Harris's tyre wear for 10 laps was nearing 38 to 40%.
Don't forget that did include the first couple laps where your tyres aren't the best, and it is heavier fuel at the start, so it is going to be more tyre wear. But the tyre life for mediums is usually around this track, 13 to 14 laps. So he's going to be in puncture territory at the end.
You know all about puncture territory.
Yeah.
Normally, just because you're too heavy for the car.
Okay. Yeah.
You know I had to. So Skowski will be leading them off here with Swan now in P2. Duck, if you could do the calculations with all the moving and shaking around. On Lodeman now in P3 didn't pit either. So currently it goes Alfa Romeo, McLaren, Aston, Williams, Mercedes, McLaren, Williams, AlphaTauri, Aston, Ferrari.
Yeah, the only guys that haven't pitted are the top three, and I think they're gonna, unless there's another safety car, they're gonna drop down. Bean he's not in a good position here. He's gonna be wanting the safety car to stay out as long as possible.
I mean, I think all of the medium runners are. Ratcliffe, Monk, Pushran, McWilliams. They might have gone a bit early.
Yeah, McWilliams definitely gone early. He's on 2 laps worth of tyre wear compared to everyone ahead of him. He's on 1. So yeah, they're gonna have initial grip. They're gonna have an initial advantage, but they're gonna suffer towards the end of the race, and they're gonna suffer massively. So it's still Alfa Romeo.
Currently, it'll be Alpha. Yeah, because Skowski's leading now. Ule wasn't in the points.
Yeah, that's not gonna stay, I don't think, because obviously Skowski's got a pit yet. He's gonna be 20 odd seconds behind the rest, and he's got to make that gap back up.
You've got Soda, Swan, and Loadman. They might be thinking about going soft. They might be thinking of going hard from soft.
Yes, it's possible. Highly unlikely.
We know that you've managed to do 11 laps on soft tyres.
Yes, I did.
Somehow.
I'm a tyre guru, what can I say? Like I said at the start of the stream, I'm the best driver in existence. You know you can't even argue it.
I know.
Hey.
But we're going to have another lap on the safety car. And, someone has broken their speakers, which means no more rave music for him.
Oh. Luke, you should check Twitch chat.
I think that needs to be, refunded.
No, I don't, you know, I don't. I'd much rather...
Alex Fox Johnson has broke the curse of not being able to win 2 titles in Amethyst.
Yes, I have. And what else, Luke?
That's also this comes with a disclaimer of it being fiction and not fact.
No, this is yeah. Your mic cut out there. It's supposed to be non-fiction.
No, non-fiction means it's real. Fiction means it's
yeah.
fake.
And
this comes
yeah,
with a disclaimer that what I'm about to say is fiction, not fact. David
it's
Duckett is better than
non-fiction.
Alex. Stop. If you've taken a moment just to listen, donkey boy.
Oh,
Safety car is
that.
coming in this lap.
Yeah, but you haven't said what I put there.
Alex Fat Johnson is the best driver in the overweight category and a true goat of Amethyst racing, especially when it comes to the eating competitions. As the safety car is on its way in.
That was not what was.
Focus on the race, child.
I could whip the soundboard out, you know that.
Focus on the race. It's the safety car is on its way in now, so Skowski will now front the head of this train. 14 cars left remaining. Only the top 10 score points. The constructors is still on the line. Is the risk of pitting gonna pay off? Is Harris, now he's on hard tyres, gonna bin it?
Of course he is.
Skowski has gone. And Skowski goes. It looks like, though, It's Bean all over the rear of Lodeman right now. But Lodeman defends him off on them used hards compared to Bean's fresh mediums. As we come through now, it's going to be Harris under pressure. As Van Loon has left, Harris gets overtaken by Monk up the inside. And Ratcliffe, and they're going to go 3 wide here. I would like to have a better camera angle. Monk up into P5, Bean up into P3. Connor, Harris, and Monk 3 wide almost.
Oh! Spikey nearly just collected Ratcliffe there, but Harris fending it off, and that's a yellow flag. That's the 2 Ferraris.
And
making
Hole's out.
contact.
Hole's out.
Oh!
And someone's lost a wing. One of the Ferraris has lost a wing. Matthews goes up the middle. Matthews is into the points with Binder right beside him.
He's going to score a point. And Matt Williams pressuring Harris now into the final sector. That's a send from Ratcliffe up the inside of Monk, and Monk's up to P5.
We need a points update. Duck, we need a points update.
And Bean all over the back of Swan now. Down towards turn 1. Can he make the move? On lap 15. Is he going to do it?
15
Down
laps
the
to go.
straight.
15 laps remaining. Further back, we see a Ferrari and Binder. Livingston and Binder having a drag race. It looks like Livingston has been able to get the best of Binder, though. Alfa Romeo remain on 256, but Bean is hounding the back of Swan here. And Monk is up into P4. Monk has got past Lodeman now.
Can he possibly put pressure on his teammate, who's putting pressure on Swan? Down towards the next chicane. Ratcliffe up the inside.
Of Lodeman is not able to do it. Bean, though, gets the move done on Swan. Swan drops down to P3, and Monk is the car behind, but Swan will be looking for a better exit. Is he able to do anything?
He's not using ERS, I don't think so. But Monk now going to be pressuring.
Oh, he's going to look for a move up the inside.
What a send, what a move.
Monk with
He's
them fresh
made it.
mediums. Monk up into P3. Oh, and Lodeman's gone round in the back. Lodeman's spun, but Swan looks for a move back up the inside of Monk. Swan and Monk wheel to wheel. Through Latifi corner we go. And Harris picked up a 3-second.
Oh.
But Monk is through. Swan drops down, and now it's going to be Connor on the back of his teammate. Will Swan move out the way of his teammate on the fresh mediums to hunt down the Williams?
ERS is enabled, and Bean all over the back of Scousky.
Oh, and Harris looks for a move. Harris dives up the inside for a second. Spikey all with right behind McWilliams. Harris under pressure here from McWilliams. Bean is thinking about a move though on Skowski.
ERS is enabled, and Ratcliffe up the inside of Swan. Harris and McWilliams make contact. McWilliams went up the inside, it didn't work. And Puthran, the Indian, flashes through, but Bean up into P1 past Skowski.
Bean takes the lead, and it'll be Monk chasing him down next. The tyre strategies are going crazy right now. Ferrari strategists hands in their heads right now, but it's looking very good for the Williams pairing right now.
And Puthran all over the back of Harris. Harris with a 3-second though, he's gonna have to get something. Pull it out of the bag in order to finish this race.
He won't need to pit.
In P1.
He won't need to pit though, but oh, he gets a bit of a snap, but on them fresh meat hards.
Oh.
Misses the apex.
Oh!
Almost hits Swan.
Swan.
Diffuser to diffuser stuff. And Monk, meanwhile, is all over the back of Skowski now. Then fresh mediums definitely paying off.
I imagine Swan will be wanting to hold up Harris for his teammate.
And Harris gets another snap. But meanwhile, Skowski is going to be trying to hold off this Williams. Monk misses that first corner once again. Has very much been in Struggle Town.
And Monk all over the back of Skowski. He's going to make
a move here.
And he's got DRS as well, I believe.
So the Williams pair might be thinking about it's time to put the burners on. And he did get the DRS. Connor will have the DRS as well, though. Connor will be looking to hold on to the back of Skowski here. And meanwhile, Harris and Swan are having a drag race, and Harris has got past Swan. Swan's old hards starting to really feel it.
Going to be Puthran all over the back of Swan now, and possibly McWilliams in a lap or two. But Puthran now, he pulls to the outside through this sweeping left-hander. Swan just staying ahead, cutting him off. He bottoms out on the curb, and McWilliams up the inside, not quite having the traction to get past the
Puthran
Spiky.
gets a better drive. He might be looking for a move. This would be a bold move. Swan looking to cover it off. Spiky thinks better about a move. Further back though, Monk is starting to leave Skowski behind, and Connor is still stuck behind Skowski. And Skowski still not pitting.
And Swan into the pits.
Swan feeling that them hards can't go anymore. Connor with a much better drive out of the final corner. Looks for a move up the inside of turn one. Wheel to wheel with the champion. And Skowski able to carry more speed through that second corner and maintains the position. The Williams are pulling away. They might be able to start thinking about looking after their tyres already.
I would just like to say this is monumental. Both Mercedes in the points and they haven't crashed out yet.
Meanwhile though, Connor, we now looking for a move on Skowski. Let's ride on board with Skowski here as Connor appears on the inside. Skowski though not wanting to give it up.
Harris going to be looking for a move as well. He's going to have DRS and he's going to have ERS. He has a much better drive, but he pulls out a bit too wide. And Skowski just with that low wing setup.
Skowski not deploying battery. Might be thinking about a move here though. Connor running it a little bit wider, carrying a bit more speed. And I think Skowski is going to have to let another one go.
And McWilliams has passed Puthran. Puthran driving an excellent race. Tier 3 driver, and he's P7 in Tier 2. Oh! McWilliams almost spins into Spiky.
And he's actually Spiky back past then.
That's Puthran back past. My heart just
Skowski's
sank.
in the pit. Skowski's, I thought there was a moment. I thought Skowski had a moment. So Skowski reacting to Swan. Will the undercut be that much for Swan to get out ahead? There was a bit of a gap, but it wasn't that much.
Oh my. Matthews up to P7.
And he's on hard tyres, is he not? He's on mediums.
He's on mediums. Oh my.
So currently the Williams 1-2 been slowing down to collect Monk. So I think they're going to DRS train and try and pull away. Can we get the maths now for how things stand? Because Connor's still there. Lurking in the background.
Absolute chaos for Alfa Romeo.
Skowski P10.
Oh, they'll be scoring 1 point.
I need someone to do the maths for where all three of these guys are going to be in the constructors right now. Because Skowski under pressure as well from Swan. Swan with the DRS with the warmed up hard tyres. As meanwhile Loadman is battling Hooveneers to not finish last. Swan once again with the DRS. Livingston picks up a 3-second time penalty meanwhile. Defending off Binder. And Swan not able to do anything. As meanwhile, Harris...
McWilliams into the pits.
McWilliam with damage?
No, there's no damage. What tyres is he... I'll keep you updated. I don't know what tyres he's going on to.
We're going to switch the battle for P8 currently because it's Binder versus Livingston. And Livingston with time penalty, 6 seconds worth of them now. Going to be in a bit of danger. Connor holding steady with the Williams pair though.
McWilliams onto the medium tyres.
So he's gone for an early stop to try and... I don't know what this strategy is.
I think we're starting to see the mediums drop off compared to the hard tyres as well. Harris is starting to gain a bit on Ratcliffe.
Yeah, they're already at 30%. The Beans tyres already at 30. So Harris might have played an absolute blinder.
He may have.
If Arsenal don't win now after this race, I might break my desk and the rest of my room. Oh, wait, that wasn't what was asked to be said. As things stand, Alfa Romeo will be on 244 points, McLaren 231, and Williams will come P2 in the constructors with 236.
What a race from Williams. They're doing all they can at the moment.
But will they have to pit again? Is the question. Currently, 13 cars left on the track. Both Aston Martins now outside of the points. The two Williams starting to crank out the pace though. As Harris is starting to gain on Ratcliffe.
He is. I think this is the crossover that we see the mediums and the hards experience. It looks like Binder is also closing in on Livingston here, as well as Swan closing in on Skalski.
Swan has been holding on to Skalski since they both came out of the pits.
Yeah, Nico, I'm not reading that. Oh, and that's a yellow flag. That's Hooveners. He spun.
Hooven is going round on turn 4, 3? I don't know which corner numbers. It's 3, 4, isn't it?
3. It's 3. I think 4?
It's hard
No,
to tell.
4 is the left kink. There's the sweeping right and then there's the left kink.
And then turn 5 is the long left-hander. Harris is all over the rear of Ratcliffe. Meanwhile, Fox Johnson got hungry and started eating his mic.
Okay. Yeah.
It did sound pretty bad, lad.
I don't know why.
But Harris now going to be putting the pressure on the McLaren. This is going to be awful news for the McLaren team in this constructors battle. As they really needed a 1-3, I think it was, or something like that, to win the constructors. Williams can't win, but they can still second from McLaren, and we all know that Williams need every penny that they can get with the pre-signing of the fat child. Someone's got to pay for all his dinners. But Harris now with the DRS. We're going to ride on board now, as Connor just seems to let him go by. Connor not fighting it.
I think he's playing that smart because of the constructors here. He wants Harris to catch those Williams and he wants him to get past.
He might just try and tow himself along with the DRS as well.
That's a good point. And Binder all over the back of Livingston as well. Livingston also driving an excellent race. And I've just realised Matthews up into P6.
Oh my god.
This is monumental. P3 and P6.
Oh, well, we expect
Only took him 14 races.
They've warmed up now.
So Harris has 8 laps to bin it. Is he gonna?
Sorry, Matthews, Livingston, and Binder all in the points. We do love to see it. As there's a spin, and it's Harris. Harris has spun.
What did I say?
Harris once again living up to his mantra of the spin man. If anyone can, it is the spin man.
That is perfect timing. I'm sorry.
He's done it again. Harry. This isn't good for McLaren though.
Commentator's curse. I do apologise.
This is actually awful for them.
It is. Is Harris going to take the decision to pit though? I think he's going to have to. He's got no wing. He may go on to the softs, go for fastest lap, and Skalski's past Binder.
So Skalski now on a charge. Next up is going to be Livingston. Swan also passed Binder. No, he isn't.
Matthews passed.
Oh, Matthews into P5.
The Indian Flash P4 as well.
But meanwhile, the Williams... Oh, and it's a little bit of bumper cars from all of the cars involved there.
And Skalski just has so much straight line speed in that Alfa Romeo. But Livingston all over the back of Harris already. Harris with no wing. He's going to be holding him up slightly.
Harris is going to be in struggle zone. But Harris trying to park the car or the bus in this point. He's now the moving chicane.
Skalski on the inside.
But Livingston looks to hold the inside through Latifi corner. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Now Livingston and Swan. Swan up the inside. And Harris unable.
He stays out.
Harris stays out. Oh my days.
What is going on? Absolute chaos, and McWilliams starting to eye up this pair now. And Swan and Harris blame bumper cars here.
And Swan is through though. So Harris dropping down the order. Skowski now will be hunting down Matthews next. And Matthews with a 3-second time penalty.
And Livingston looking to
my
get past
God.
both Harris and Binder. And Harris braking very, very early.
Oh,
There's contact!
And it's McWilliams!
What's going on? Oh no!
But now with the changing positions, McLaren are going to be ahead of Williams again by a point. And now Lodeman's ahead of McWilliams.
Skalski, if you can hear me, please don't overtake Matthews.
He's got to stay within outside of 3 seconds of him, you mean?
Oh god. What?
I don't know, Chief.
Oh,
What was it? What? Who just made that noise?
that's what.
I heard a noise then.
That sounded worse than it was intended to.
Someone clip that.
Please don't.
As meanwhile, the Williams pairing running away. Let's see how their tyres are doing though. Bean at 50%. He probably will be
Oh,
able to make
God.
them last. Monk at
Oh,
60%.
Harris has binned it! He's in the wall!
Harris has binned it. Who's he collected?
In the beefy corner with Lodeman!
Oh, Harris. Oh, Hooveners doesn't have telemetry on, so that's a fine for Ferrari. That sums up their
They have
Their
no
day.
money left. They have no money left.
So Hooveners picking up a fine for Ferrari.
They're already dead, Hooven is. Why?
Matthews now though, with a train forming behind him from Skowski all the way down to Swan. Livingston might be getting involved, and so could Binder.
But
And we have a
they
safety car. We have a safety car.
Did you not notice?
I didn't know.
Oh my days. The real question is though, do the
Who
Williams
pits?
box?
The Williams have to box.
But with the safety car, it's kind of saved their tyres. They could possibly make it to the end.
Oh,
But does Ratcliffe pit? That's their dilemma. Because they also have to double stack. And Bean stays out. Monk is into the pits.
Monk, who was wearing his tyres a little bit more. So it is logical. But they need a miracle. Ratcliffe is going to come into the pits as well. And Connor is going to now need to also get his race director.
Yeah. And Puthran also into the pits. The Indian flashed on for a possible podium.
Matthews also looking to pit. Skowski, though, whose tyres should be fine. Skowski will stay out.
And Swan.
Skowski and Swan's
Livingston
tyres.
is into the pits.
I know Harris is currently in tears because of
No, he's probably laughing at us right now.
he is probably laughing at us, but he's also going to be in tears because my guy is still losing 2-1 to Arsenal, and I am very nervous. I'm commentating this once again and I'm missing out on the race. Again.
Monk stays P2 on the soft tyres.
What? Oh no, because Connor also pit.
And Connor has lost out to Skowski, but will Bean let Monk past?
We need a points update, ladies and gentlemen. We need a points update.
255 for Alpha, 238 for McLaren, and 236 for Williams.
So Monk and Ratcliffe are going to be battling it for the fastest lap. Monk with a 3-second penalty. Same with Connor. No! No! No!
Poor Luke.
Who scored it? Oh, dickhead. I'll take a draw, not a loss. I'll take a draw, not a loss. As long as we don't lose. The gap goes from 8 to 6, but it's fine. It's fine.
Why does everyone keep asking me about the whole Casper's situation?
Aww.
I'm getting DMs left, right, and centre. If you're watching this and you're thinking of asking me, don't, because I don't know.
Ah!
Here he is.
How is everyone this fine Sunday?
Oh god.
How are you always able to bin it into the wall?
I just lost it last corner and then took my wing off and then couldn't stop it until the TV corner. Yeah, I know.
I know why you're here.
Alright, so good. Cracking score at the minute, innit?
No, it's not. Oh, I wanted to get the win, so we stayed 8 points ahead. Was that too much to ask for?
Duck, you smell like shit.
I am really disappointed though. I did a really good job of getting Matthews an 8-second lead. And then binned it into a wall and made a safety go. Unfortunate.
Kingma, you also smell like shit.
Why are you just being mean?
Because they're messaging me!
Cope.
The moment I said that, they start. I'm ready. Safety car in this lap.
Safety car is in, so Bean will lead them off. Will he let Monk go? Because Monk has that 3-second time penalty.
Good.
He does. I would imagine so.
And it's going to be
But
Skowski on the fresher medium. Skowski might be able to get Bean.
Well, they honestly may. If I was Williams right now, I'd be saying Monk. Yes, he's the quicker car, but do we want to keep the 1-2? Do we want to keep him behind and defend from Skowski and Ratcliffe? Because don't forget,
3 seconds.
yes, but you got it going into the pit, so
But
he
we
may
don't
be
know
able
if
to
he's
get
got
it
more
away.
though, because there's a chance he's got more. We've seen him miss a few
Yeah.
apexes.
I
If
can
he-
check that.
If he doesn't, then I would say, and Bean's gone. He's gone very, very early. And
Monk-
yes, Monk is defending.
Monk caught napping.
No, I think Monk is defending from Skowski and Ratcliffe.
2.
But that's not going to be enough for them to get P2 in the constructors.
It was
But
Connor's
Monk-
third warning.
And Connor and Skowski go side by side. Connor really looking to get past Skowski. Swan now almost hits the back of his teammate.
Oh! Buthran drives it! No!
And Spikey has got wing damage.
Oh, the Indian flash.
The
He was
Indian
doing
Flash
so well.
has Indian crashed. But it's going to be Connor having a drag race with Skowski. Connor with them fresh medium softs even. Seems to have Skowski on the straight, but Skowski's straight line speed is rapid. And so we also see Swan having to defend off Tombstone as we got yellow flags for Binder. Binder drops outside of the points. And Connor is up into P3. As we wait with bated breath, Swan.
And Monk has gone past.
So Monk now is gonna... He's legged it.
I'm gone, I've legged it. All Bean has to do now
Swan has
is
got a
fend
train.
off Connor.
Swan has a train of soft runners behind him. He could be about to be excommunicado here.
And Williams and Matthews side by side this contact. Matthews into the final corner, still side by side with McWilliams. Sorry, Loadman. It's not McWilliams.
So Matthews
And
drops
Matthews-
down into P8. McWilliams behind, and it's going to be Hooveniers in P10. But it's going to be Swan. All eyes on Swan right now. Because he could be the difference as Pufran retires in the pits.
Actually, all eyes on Monk. He's only 3/10 behind Bean, and Bean's got past somehow. But Ratcliffe all over the back of Monk.
And Monk
is
has
gonna
that time
have to defend.
penalty.
But so does Connor. Monk, all he has to do is defend from Connor now.
Connor's-
and Connor on the inside!
Ooh, it's close.
Defend!
How many
Oh,
points is
Williams.
7th and 8th?
I don't know.
Oh my god, Matthews is dropping down the order.
Matthews in P10 now.
He's
There's
come-
only 11 cars on the track.
How many points is 7th and 8th?
I don't know. I can't remember. But Swan is holding them up. Swan currently
Alex,
as
Hello?
how many
Loadman.
points is 7th and 8th?
Loadman, shut up, old man! Swan is being attacked by Loadman. Swan holds him off though. As Connor is side by side in the TV corner. Swan is oh my days! Connor Looks for a move, but Bean is going to win it. And over it is, the spun binders in the points. Bean wins. Monk P2. Connor P3. Skowski P4. Swan gets P3 after all of that. Oh my days.
P9!
Livingston drops outside of the points.
After Martin have just overtaken Mercedes as well, by the way.
Oh,
Oh.
you muppets.
That's on you, Harris. That is on you. Washed old
You were
man.
on to win it. You were on to win it, man. Why?
Washed old man. And with that, Alfa Romeo win the Constructors, McLaren come P2, and Williams P3. Bean is your race winner after a tantalising Tier 2 race in the desert. Someone send the old man to the old retirement man shop.
Old retirement man shop.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Luke,
Hello.
do I have permission to whip out the soundboard?
No.
I've made it all race.
You're not.
I think
Good
it has
for him,
to.
man.
Oh, it feels so fucking good.
And you are gone. There we have it. There are the race results. "11 cars finished the race. "18 cars started. As we're going to get ready for the interviews now. And Alex has been sent to purgatory for what he just did. What did I just miss, Van Loon? Tell me what I just missed. I'll be one moment.
Finally. Jesus.
Okay, I've returned. Is Bean here? Bean is not here. So we will get the Constructors winners up. You are going back to the audience after your antics.
Let's go.
You did it. You left it right till the end, but you win the Constructors. Ule, we watched you lose the car and commit murder in the same time.
Yeah, what can I say? I was rear-ended and I couldn't regain traction, and it ended how it ended. I will not bother, taking it any longer, because I think I've learned my lesson one way or another, and it's just no point in doing so. So I spoke with Van Loon. There's no hard feelings. He says that he sorted it out, so Yeah, what can I say? Sorry, mate, that you were caught up in this.
But you guys win the constructors. I think that's back-to-back constructors now for you guys.
Yes, that's
Yes, it
back
is.
to back.
So Alpha Romeo continue their Tier 2 dominance. But that is surely to end. Duck, how are you feeling right now? Once again, Tier 2 constructors winners.
I'm glad I'm getting rid of these people.
Hold up, I'm living on my own, okay?
Same.
We can pretend Skalski, it's fine.
Oh, by the way, I can announce it publicly. Yeah, I'm also leaving Alfa Romeo after this season.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And
Although, I think it's true in both Skalski's case and me. There's no hard feelings. We love each other. I mean, me, Skalski, and Dakar, the team was great. It was wonderful adventure those 3 seasons. So
Exactly, I second the words of Ule. Very, very good 3 seasons with you, Dakar. I enjoyed every second of it.
And is there anything else you guys would like to say before we go down to, I guess, P2 in the constructors?
Please bring up
noobs.
Fox Johnson again.
But he played the naughty soundboard.
Okay, you can.
I sent him off to purgatory.
But
I told
it
you.
wasn't
That.
Maybe Alex has some questions to ask.
Yeah, go on then, Alex.
I didn't hear what questions were asked, so I don't know. You sent me down. What do you want me to do?
You can still hear. You got ears.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
They could.
what we can say to you, though, congratulations, mate.
oh, thank you.
Yeah,
And
congrats.
congrats to you guys. Congrats to you guys.
Deserved.
Exactly. Very much deserved.
I mean, I was in similar position when my wheel broke just before Belgian Grand Prix, which might have thrown my Season 5 championship. So I'm just glad it wasn't the case in your situation. With the brake pedal.
Oh yeah, I managed. But yeah, congrats to you guys on constructors and obviously drivers for you, Skalski. That was
Thanks.
insane season.
Thanks a lot. It means a lot to us.
But Duck, you still smell of shit. So
Well, you're fat.
Okay, maybe not to prolong and go to actual race results.
Yeah.
I just want to add towards from myself. That was bad season from myself, but I think what I stated from myself to anyone who supported me ever, I think was said in Brazil. What happened this morning, this night, should I say, was interesting case. And as I said to you in DMs, Martin, I believe it's the right step into the right direction, but I believe there's much more to be done. There's some reservation from myself after this season because I think on multiple occasions I was treated unequally than other drivers, but yeah, I hope it will get better.
Well, on that note, I guess congratulations, boys, on your winning of the constructors and the double crown for yourself, Skalski.
That was a good last dance for Alpha.
And back to back.
Yeah,
actually.
it was a pleasure.
Back to back constructors for you boys.
Yeah, GG, easy, I gotta go.
Yeah, easy.
Right, we're gonna bring up the race winner now. Bean, P1. That was
Hi, boys.
a tight finish.
Oh, yeah. Heart attack.
Sadly, it was only good enough for P3 in the constructors, though.
2 points.
I
2
mean,
points.
we have some penalties to be removed and stuff, but I don't know if we've taken this into account yet. But we'll see what happens. We did all we could have done, so yeah.
And
I
think
know I can
what-
get my penalty removed.
That's what the first 1-2 of the season. I don't actually know. In Tier 2.
No. Tier 2 might be
It's
the
the
first
only
one.
Williams one too.
It's true.
it's not a 1-2 at the moment.
It will.
I got a triple warning entering the pits.
We'll need the proof of that, as you're aware.
I will.
Don't
I
you
will
worry.
send it. I have it.
Anyway, talk us through your race, boys, because it was a thrilling race from start to finish. It was a lot more entertaining than the Tier 1 one.
We don't talk about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you see
you
my
wanna go
double
first?
overtake?
There
Yeah,
was a
sure.
lot. I
Did you
can't
see my
remember.
double overtake
I can't
into
remember.
the hairpin?
I can't remember.
I overtook Connor and Harris into the hairpin.
I think I saw that, but I don't think Fluke Sharton did.
I didn't get a
Yeah,
good camera angle for it.
It turns out the hairpin was a good overtaking spot for me. I overtook like 3 or 4 people into the.
I was going to say, you were on absolute charge at the end.
Yeah.
Just before the safety car came out. But,
yeah.
Bean, you took the decision to pit off the hards on that first safety car. On lap 9, I think it was. Why would you do that?
Because I knew I could go to the end. I'd done it before. So. And I was like, if I don't pit, then others will. And that's going to screw me over, which it ended up doing for some other people. So I think I did the right thing. I mean, it's unfortunate there was a safety car like 3 laps before the end, or I don't even know how long it was. But
Harris, you moron! Excuse me.
But yeah, I mean, I love Abu Dhabi, so even though it was really stressful, I love the track, so it's obviously
You
my best as well.
Fat homeless child.
There was a lot of need for that. So yeah, obviously, just needed to do as much as I could with my teammate. So we did that, and we'll go again next season. See how things go.
Yeah. It turns out practice actually helps with doing league race.
Really? Only took you 14 races to figure out, Monk.
3 seasons. Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys would like to say before we go down for the owner?
I mean,
no.
I guess I'll say congrats to the Alpha guys. I mean, they were better than everyone this season, so
yeah.
And they got the championship, so
And
yeah.
Congrats to McLaren, you won by 2 points.
P2 for McLaren.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah, P2 by 2 points. Pain. Oh well, yeah, congrats.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, that's it. Bye-bye.
Alright, thank you. Next up is the McLaren boys.
Hey.
What a chaotic race. Connor, P.
Well, 6, but it should be 5. It might be 5. Who knows?
Huh? I'm confused. Is your 3-second not removable?
Well, it was until like the last lap.
Oh, okay. Oh no.
Yeah, but no, there might be something. I don't know. But no, it was yeah, chaotic is a good word.
Race. It was a good race to watch. Much better than Friday's outing, shall we say?
Yeah, I got a really good clip of Harris putting it into the pit wall. If you want to see it,
go for it.
Let me see if can I do this in here? I can. And it'll be saved on the stream VOD for forever, really.
Alright, come on, run it up.
Let me see if it'll actually play, because sometimes they're a bit dodge.
Hey man.
Well, it won't play properly. I don't know why, but I can show you this snapshot. If you can see.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good one.
It's right now.
No, I mean it was a good race, and oh, he came back. No, me and Swan had pretty similar pace, I'd say. In the first stint, at least, anyway. When we were both on the hards, we were running 4th and 5th, I think it was. Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, it was fortunate for me, but not so much for Swan in the final. It when the last safety car came out. But who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Well, and I believe there was a bit. It was just everyone was fighting and defending, like it was the last race of the season, because it was.
I mean,
was
at this
like,
point, it's inevitable. I'm going to bring out a safety car.
I mean, when
can't
you went past me, I did say I'll just wait for him to bin it so I can go under some.
feels bad.
And it was a lap I let you through as well because I was like, oh, he's on hard. You have to drag me along a bit.
I'd just like to point out 3 corners before he binned it. I said he's got 8 laps to bin it, so we'll see when he does.
I don't know if Sonic, you even here? I've not heard you say anything.
I am, yeah. I'm just letting you run it through your race, you know.
Well, you got a P3, mate, so you're the one that really clinched the constructor tours, if anything.
Talk us through it, Swan. Talk us through it.
Right, okay. So, obviously, as Connor said, we had pretty similar, and I'd say it was pretty decent pace on the hards. Obviously, the safety car came out wasn't ideal, you know. I think it was lap 10 when it initially got brought out, and you know, 19 laps on the mediums didn't seem ideal. So I decided to stay out, and I was like, this is just great. That's my hard to mediums ruined. But when I did eventually box onto the mediums, I think I came out just behind Skalski, and I managed to stick in his DRS. That was more than helpful, getting the DRS off of him. I think that probably brought us up like at least another position by the end of the race, if not more. And just, well, keeping it penalty free. That definitely helped in the end. But a few little incidents here and there. Apparently I was lagging, so if I was lagging, then I do apologise to anyone who was, you know, affected by that. But yeah, nothing major. Just a pretty quiet race. Just kept my head down.
It looked like it was a thrilling race, especially them final few laps when you on the mediums with a load of guys on fresh softs right behind you, chomping at the bit to get past, and you seemed to hold them all off.
Yeah, I was defending for my life. I've never defended so hard, and especially because Connor's penalty, when he said that he might not get it removed, I literally just parked the bus, try and keep as many positions for him as possible.
And then Connor made a move down the inside of someone, a little bit of an interesting move, and all that time that you had built up disappeared very quickly.
Wait, is that a Connor or me?
What?
Yeah, both really.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I did lose a lot of time, you didn't I, Connor? Like, in the last, literally, sector.
I don't really remember, to be honest. No, I mean, there was hard defending from the Williams boys and then hard attacking from me, so it was just gonna, yeah. There was a Constructors' Championship on the line at the end of the day, so we're gonna give it everything. And, well, it probably ended up being some spicy racing towards the end, so.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, congrats to Alfa Romeo. It was going to be a tall order for us to beat them today, but we tried. And I mean, we thought Skalski wasn't racing today, so we had some kind of hope. But no, it is what it is. And congrats to Swan on his podium as well.
Oh, thanks. You're so kind.
And is there anything else you guys would like to say?
I mean, I haven't said my congratulations, so congratulations to Skalski, obviously. It was just clear all season. And Uli as well for getting them that double crown. His efforts throughout the season. Just good job from Alfa Romeo and good job on beating today because he was just so much faster than everyone else.
And I've got one more thing to say as well. This will be the last race that Luke Mine commentates this season.
Oh,
He's done all 14. Well, no, you haven't actually.
God.
I missed France, but other than that.
So, yeah. Well done to Luke. Thank everyone. Thank Luke because
good job, Luke.
It is a lot of effort spending 2 hours shouting at pretend cars. So, yeah.
You get to watch Me Were Washed on Wednesday.
Yeah. Where in an unusual case of events, Connor isn't hosting or commentating.
I know, yeah.
Oh, spooky.
Yeah, that left with me. That left with me, unfortunately.
All right, well, we'll let you bring some other people.
Before you go, I want to say, chat has just said that Connor is my Oni-chan. But if you know who that is, I'll be surprised.
I already know who that is.
Who is it?
It's definitely Hamadeh.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it could have been Kopf.
I would say it was either Hamadeh or Skalski in my eyes.
Alright. Well, I've got enough time for one more interview.
Cheers, Luke.
Thank you very much, though, boys. And congratulations, P2.
2-0 and you fucked it up.
Alright, everyone's hands down. I'm going to do a count of 3, and then whoever puts their hand up first will come up. 3, 2, 1.
2-0 and you fucked it up.
3, 2, 1, go. And that was McWilliams just by half a second. McWilliams, it was points for both of you in the end, I think. Let me have a look.
Yeah, first double points I think of the season first. Just about at the end. Some race that.
P7 and P4.
4. Yeah. Brandon put in an absolute shift at the end. A lot of that race it was spent kind of biting my fingernails hoping that penalties would come into effect and try and shift the race around a bit, but I think it was when Harris felt like just kissing that apex a little bit too hard, and kind of trying his best to ram Loadman in the wall as well. That was quite funny. I think that was the point where kind of everything changed with that second safety car, and it was just that second I knew, right, this has got potential now. So I just said, just box for sauce, let's just go at this. And we did, and I think we did quite well for it. There's a lot of tickets I think that need to be going through. From what I saw, I think I can make about 4 or 5 tickets already. But all of them are against someone who didn't finish the race. There's no point really doing that. But yeah, it was a good way to end out on. Best performance of the season for me, personally. And it was just quite enjoyable overall. And you did put him in the wall, Harris. Like he actually got lodged in between you and the wall. But yeah, nah, it's all vibes. And I'm very happy to see Brandon doing well as well, because that first race in Spa was quite something for him. But yeah, thank you very much, Luke, for commentating all 13 races that you have this season. It's been incredible being here, and yeah, thank you very much. Have a good one, lads.
Thank you very
Happy
much.
retirement.
Will we be seeing you in the new game is the question.
Hopefully. Kind of just depends on if I'd be able to make most of the season. I might just start out as a reserve, but yeah. I mean, Alonso came back and he came back with a fucking vengeance. So I mean, there's always potential for myself. Well, on that note.
Yeah, but the thing is, Alonso was good before he retired. So.
Shut your mouth, Alex. You pretend to be Irish for a living. Shut your mouth. Anyway, I bid you farewell. Sorry, Rolef didn't get his interview, or Rolf. Sorry. But it's all love. Thank you very much. See yous.
Happy retirement, lad.
Shut your meat.
Well, on that note, that is the end of the Tier 2 race. And the end of Tier 2 and the end of me commentating for this season. So tune in on Wednesday, where the 4 drivers within a shot of winning the Drivers' Championship, Puthran, Kingma, Livingston and Best, can all come away with that title. The Constructors is also on the line. Well, that's been it from me, Martin, and I've been joined by...
the greatest driver in existence, AFJ.
Thank you very much. And goodbye.
People on the right side move back. People on the left side move back.